history isn't just something that happened way back when, stuck in dusty old books. It feels more like,
Right, like a living thing.
right, a force that's still shaping us, shaping our present, sometimes in ways we maybe don't want to look at too closely. But what if a book didn't just, revisit the past, but actually dragged it, kicking and screaming, right into your living room, forced you to really grapple with it? Today we're doing a deep dive into Octavia E. Butler's amazing, groundbreaking 1979 novel, Kindred. And our mission really is to unpack how this isn't just a story. It's more like an experience, one that forces us to confront some really uncomfortable truths about inheritance, survival, and just how inescapable history really is. So picture this. It's 1976, Los Angeles. Dana, a 26-year-old black writer, she's just settling in, and then suddenly, violently, she's yanked back in time to an 1815 Maryland plantation, right into the heart of slavery.
And that's precisely where you see the brilliance, I think.
Yeah.
The core thing to get is that this isn't your standard time travel story. No gadgets, no paradox explanations. No, it functions more like, well, someone powerfully called it an archaeology of American trauma.
Wow. Archaeology of trauma.
Yeah, it yokes speculative fiction, the time travel to incredibly gritty historical realism, so much so that just surviving becomes a kind of, well, a form of historiography.
A historiography, like writing history.
Exactly, but lived history. It's not just in the documents. It's endured. It's etched onto people's bodies, their souls. This book makes you feel that history, in your bones.
And right at the absolute core of Kindred is this deeply unsettling paradox. A premise that, honestly, it twists your gut, makes you rethink everything. Dana, our main character, her very existence is tied to the survival of this white, slave-owning ancestor, Rufus Whalen. This forced connection, it's often brutal, and it creates what's been called a grotesque symbiosis.
That's a powerful phrase for it.
It is. I mean, think about the moral tightrope she has to walk.
Yeah.
The kind of corrosive intimacy that just staying alive demands in this world. Her life literally depends on saving the guy whose ancestors oppressed hers and who will oppress her. It's vital and sickening all at once.
Absolutely vital and deeply sickening.
To really get the horror, the complexity, you have to experience that first jump back with her. It starts normally, mundane almost, unpacking books, 1976 L.A. with her white husband, Kevin, settling in, then just, bam, no warning. This violent lurch, total disorientation, next thing she knows, she's on a riverbank. 1815 Maryland, gasping for air, and there's a white boy drowning.
Little Rufus.
Little Rufus. So she dives in, saves him, drags him out. And her reward.
A rifle butt to the face.
Yeah, welcome to the past.
And that brutality, that confusion right from the start, it signals something really crucial. Butler isn't interested in how the time travel works.
Right, she never explains it.
Never. No theories, no machines. And that's totally deliberate. What matters here is how she uses time travel as pedagogy, like a classroom.
A classroom?
Yeah, but the lesson isn't about being a hero or changing history. It's about humility, about the grim reality of survival. Dana learns fast. She can't stop slavery. She can only figure out how to navigate it, survive within it.
So the lack of explanation forces you to focus on the history itself.
Precisely. The curriculum is history. What it teaches brutally, effectively about power, about dehumanization, and just the raw will to endure.
So what Butler's really drilling down on here is it's not just genetics connecting Dana to Rufus. It's this deeper, more profound kind of inheritance.
Historical inheritance.
Exactly. The past isn't some far-off place that doesn't touch us. It's like a co-tenant of the present.
That's a great way to put it.
A co-tenant.
Butler makes 1976 Los Angeles, with its integrated neighborhoods, Dana and Kevin's marriage itself, feel undeniably built on that 1815 foundation. You realize the freedoms, the struggles of now are just completely tangled up with the injustices of then. You can't escape it, no matter how much you think you've moved on. No escape. It shows that connection is inescapable.
Now let's talk about Dana, because her experience, her perspective is everything. Butler uses first-person narration, and it's incredibly effective. It pulls you, the reader, in, makes you feel like an unwilling accomplice.
Yeah, you're right there with her.
You feel her disorientation, the constant terror, the strategic thinking she has to do just to stay alive. And maybe the most unsettling part, you feel her reluctant affection for Rufus.
That complexity is key.
It's an intimacy you just don't expect, and it really hammers home the psychological toll. You're not just watching, you're implicated somehow.
And that leads us straight to Rufus. His portrayal is so nuanced, almost maddeningly so. Butler completely avoids easy stereotypes.
He's not just a villain.
Not at all. He's human, but but utterly corrupted by the system he lives in. He grows from this bratty kid into this completely capricious master.
Capricious is the word. Unpredictable.
Yeah, totally. And what's fascinating and disturbing is he is capable of warmth, moments of protectiveness even towards Dana, towards others. But, and this is the crucial part, those moments are completely inseparable from the power that defines him.
Ah, okay, so the kindness is still filtered through ownership.
Always. It's conditional. It's tangled up with his absolute authority. It highlights the sheer moral incoherence of a system that could simultaneously cherish and commodify human beings.
Cherish and commodify. Wow.
Yeah. He can care for someone, claim to love them, while also owning them, beating them, selling their family. It's a chilling look at how power just warps everything, corrupts even the potential for good.
And that incoherence, that unpredictability, creates Dana's central dilemma. It's not whether she hates slavery. That's obvious.
Right.
Her real struggle is how to hate a system while continuing to negotiate with its beneficiaries for her own existence.
That's it, exactly.
She's caught. She's witness and participant, historian and hostage, all at the same time. She can't just refuse to play the game. She has to engage, make these horrifying compromises just to survive and maybe get back home. Every single choice is life or death.
For her and potentially for her lineage.
Yeah. And then, okay, here's where it gets really interesting, I think, and deeply unsettling. When her white husband, Kevin, gets pulled back with her on one trip.
Oh, Kevin's journey is something else.
Right. His 1976 liberal ideals, his belief in equality that defines their modern marriage, it just starts to erode, frighteningly fast.
The system forces his hand.
It does. He's suddenly thrust into the role of master just to protect Dana. He has to pretend, he wields a whip, he threatens people.
It's a brutal reality check.
So how does seeing it through his eyes, a modern white guy, challenge everything? His view of history, their relationship built on equality. What does that say about love, about conviction, across that kind of power divide?
Well, that's the brutal truth Kevin's presence really throws into sharp relief. It's chilling, honestly, how quickly privilege and circumstance can just reshape someone.
His 1976 self starts to unravel.
Completely. Those modern ideals get shattered against the raw power dynamics of the plantation. He has to act like a master to protect her, even threatening violence. It shows how easily the system corrupts, how quickly his sense of self, his moral compass just frays.
Yeah.
And it forces us to ask, can love really survive that?
Yeah.
When one person is forced into the role of oppressor, even unwillingly, and the other is the oppressed. It just exposes the fragility of those modern values when they slam up against such primal power structures. The pressure to conform is immense.
That dynamic between them, and really Dana's whole existence there, connects right into that bigger theme you mentioned. The intimacy and the ethics of survival. Because the most harrowing scenes, they aren't always the whippings, are they? Sometimes it's these tense, awful negotiations Dana has to make.
Exactly. Those moments lay bare the intimate workings of oppression. How affection from someone like Rufus can be a weapon. How protection slides into possession. And how just surviving can demand these moral compromises that, well, they stain you. They leave marks.
Indelible marks.
Yeah. Dana has to navigate all that, constantly calculating, adapting, trying to hold on to some shred of dignity, her future, in a world designed to strip it all away. It's deeply uncomfortable, but it's an essential truth about power and what ordinary people do under extraordinary pressure.
The structure of the novel itself seems to mirror that accumulating weight, that deepening entanglement. It's broken into these sections, right? The river, the fire.
The storm, the fight, and then the epilogue.
Yeah.
The four main descents, essentially.
And each time Dana gets pulled back to 1976, she's more dislocated.
Yeah.
Physically, psychologically. Her body literally starts carrying the scar. They map the geography of antebellum cruelty.
Every whiplash, every burn, a record.
She starts out as more of an observer, maybe naive. Then she's teaching kids to read, which is incredibly dangerous.
A huge risk, an act of defiance.
Then, by the fourth section, the fight, she's so deep in it. She's involved in the sexual politics, negotiating with Rufus to protect her own ancestor, Alice. Even witnessing Alice's violation. It's just this terrifying spiral downwards.
And that pain, that historical wound,
Yeah.
it all culminates in that absolutely unforgettable ending.
Oh man, the ending.
Dana's left arm, severed. As she's finally pulled home for good, it gets caught somehow.
It's horrific.
It is, but it's more than just brutality. It literalizes the price of historical memory. It shows how the body doesn't just hold memories, it becomes an archive, a living record of trauma.
Yeah.
It's this stark, visual symbol of what it means to carry history, not just in your head, but physically. A permanent reminder that the past is part of her present now.
And Butler's writing style, it plays such a huge role in how this hits you. It's so plain, almost.
Minimalist.
Deceptively plain, yeah.
Dana's narration is often called brisk, almost repertorial, like she's just stating fact. And that flat tone, that matter-of-factness, makes the eruptions of violence, the emotional horror, feel even more shocking when they happen.
It really does.
When she describes something terrible like a whipping, it's often with the same cadence as describing, I don't know, doing chores. The effect isn't detachment, though. It feels more like numbness.
Numbness, yeah. Dissociation.
Exactly. The dissociation of someone who's learned they have to narrate atrocity just to survive it. It's chilling because it feels so earned, so psychologically real. No melodrama needed.
Right. And the only times the language gets maybe lyrical is when she describes a landscape.
That's right. Those rare moments, the humid green of Maryland summer, the sweet rot of tobacco leaves, the moonlight silvers the edges of slave cabins.
But it's not comforting beauty, is it?
No, never consoling. If anything, those descriptions are reminders of what is at stake. The natural world is just there, bearing silent witness to the horrors unfolding within it. Beauty next to brutality.
And the historical detail Butler weaves in.
Yeah.
It's incredible. It grounds everything.
Oh, her research was meticulous. You feel it everywhere.
Yeah, the little things.
Yeah.
Like how cornmeal rations are measured out, how field songs could actually be coded messages, escape routes.
The hidden meanings.
And the horrifying reality of grooming a fancy girl for the master's use. The plantation isn't just a vague setting. It feels like a fully realized total institution.
It is a machine designed for oppression, calibrated to strip away humanity, agency, hope.
Yeah, a perfectly calibrated machine.
Yeah, even inside that terrifying machine, Butler shows us these vital pockets of resistance.
Right, it's not all bleakness.
No. There's the hidden literacy, the secret lessons. There are sabotage tools, small, quiet acts of defiance, whispered plans. Maybe they don't always work out, but they keep hope flickering.
But she doesn't romanticize it.
Absolutely not. That's crucial. These acts are improvisations, not victories, and they always exact a cost measured in scar tissue. There's no easy heroism here, no simple uprisings. It's the grim, exhausting reality of just daily defiance, daily survival against impossible odds.
Small acts matter, but they cost.
Immensely.
Now, it's probably worth touching on some criticisms the book received back when it came out, and maybe even since.
Sure, there were some.
Some felt the episodic structure that jumps back and forth maybe diffused the tension a bit, made it less relentless.
Okay, yeah, I've heard that.
Others thought Rufus was maybe too inconsistent. Hard to pin down as a believable villain because he flips between cruelty and that weird affection. And a few felt the time travel itself, the sci-fi element, might let readers distance themselves somehow. Like, oh, this is fantasy, not the real horror of slavery.
Right, those points come up. But I think, looking at the bigger picture, they often miss Butler's deliberate choices, her artistic control.
How so?
Well, take Rufus's inconsistency. That is the point. He embodies that moral incoherence we talked about. His unpredictability isn't bad writing. It's a terrifyingly accurate reflection of the arbitrary power slaveholders had. Kindness 1 minute, brutality the next, completely on a whim.
Okay, so the inconsistency is the characterization.
Exactly. And the idea of distance. The first-person narration completely destroys that. You're not a tourist. You are in it with Dana. You feel like an inmate, experiencing every fear, every compromise. Butler absolutely wants you to be uncomfortable. She forces you to feel the visceral reality, not just observe it safely.
That makes sense. No safe distance allowed.
None at all.
And it's undeniable that Kindred's legacy is just huge. It's lasted.
Oh, absolutely. Enduring is the word.
It's become a standard text, right? High schools, colleges. It opens up conversations about race, memory, how we tell stories.
It's a gateway for so many critical discussions. And it's inspired so much operas, that brilliant graphic novel adaptation.
The graphic novel is amazing, really captures the visual horror.
And tons of academic work unpacking its layers. Its influence just keeps rippling outwards.
More than that, though, you could argue it really altered the DNA of speculative fiction.
I think that's fair to say. It proved definitively that you could use the fantastic, the speculative, not to escape history, but to excavate it.
Excavate it, like digging it up.
Yeah. Digging into the uncomfortable stuff, it showed the genre could be this powerful, sharp tool for confronting social realities, interrogating the past, challenging how we see the present, not just about spaceships and dragons. Butler forged a new path. Many have followed.
So wrapping things up, Kindred isn't just a time machine going to the past. It's almost like it works in reverse.
Oh, you mean?
Well, instead of just taking us to 1815, it feels like it drags 1815 with all its trauma, its marks, its discomfort, right into our present, into our consciousness, forces us to face how much it still shapes who we are.
That's a powerful way to see it. Yeah. It makes the past undeniably present. And Butler offers no easy answers, does she? No neat resolution, no triumphant ending for Dana or for history.
No clean breaks.
No.
Yeah.
It's just imperative to witness, to remember, to recognize that the line separating past and present is maybe as thin, as fragile as the page you just turned.
The book ends, but the inheritance,
Yeah.
that continues.
It does, which leaves a pretty big question for you listening right now. What will you do with that inheritance now that this story has, in a way, forced you to carry it home?